It could be Undertaker, because I remember watching interviews or listening to interviews with Kurt Angle or reading comments that he said that the year that him and Taker had the excellent World Championship match at No Way Out, I believe it was 2006, maybe. I can't remember the year. I would have to look it up. But they had an excellent match at No Way Out, and from what Angle had said, and this is where, if Undertaker had an interest, if he had a podcast and was open to questions, this is one I would ask him. Because there's side A, there's side B, and then there's the truth. Does side A match side B? Is what Kurt Angle says. See, my teeth. Is what Kurt Angle is saying that that Taker was willing to give up his undefeated streak at WrestleMania to wrestle Kurt Angle at WrestleMania because he was that high on the feud, he was that high on the program, he was that high on Kurt Angle. That's one I'm really interested in finding out about. That one I'm really interested in finding out about. But could it very well be Undertaker? And I'm going to say no, because his next match isn't until the to the Crown Jewel event or whatever this next Saudi event is going to be, which is stupid. I don't know who could it be. I don't know who it could be. I would think it would be Cena, because Cena could work. Cena could work any style you want, and he could work with somebody who has limited capabilities, like Angle does right now, because of his age. Let's just be very honest. I don't know, but I'm glad that it seems like that they are moving away in that direction. Big C Lady, thank you for the follow. I didn't see that until later. Is it Big C Lady? I think so. Yep, Big C. It's either Big C Lady or Big Clatty. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. My apologies. So, at least hopefully they'll get to rectify that wrong. But it should never have been that in the first place. It should never have been Baron Corbin in that spot to begin with. Not even a tease of Baron Corbin in that spot. It should never have been. Speaking of WrestleMania, let's just go on one thing. I had asked people to post their favorite Undertaker matches, since it seems like it's going to be the first one without Undertaker. Everybody gave different opinions. Tarek of the Scholars of Wrestling posted number 5 was 24 versus Edge. 4 was 21 versus Randy Orton, which is an excellent match. 3, 28 versus Triple H, which I think was the best of their 3 at WrestleMania. 2, 25, Michaels and Taker, and 29 versus Punk was number 1. Andy DiNunzio, Undertaker versus Ric Flair. The storyline was good, and the interference by Arn Anderson made sense, and most were cheering for Flair to win. Well, of course. WrestleMania 26 was Shawn, which I agree with this person that match I thought was better than I think it's better than the 25 match. Let's see. Is there any others that I missed? No, I don't think so. I don't think there was any others that I missed. Nope. Well, thank you for those who had contributed. the brief ones that had contributed, but thank you so much. I'm going to be actually, again, thank you for the follow. Big Claddy or Big C Lady, I don't know what you go by or the pronunciation or how you want it, but thank you for the follow anyway. Let's take a look here. I think that's it here for me today. I think that's going to be it. Big smile. Big smile for the camera. There's one person on Twitch that said my shitty computer camera. But that's all I got right now. Actually, that's not all I got, but I got other stuff, but hopefully in due time I'll be able to do more. For those who might be watching, any last chance questions, comments, anything pro wrestling, speak now or forever hold your peace. Or hold your peace until next week or this weekend. So, for those of you who, it is, again, it posts on Friday at noon, after the live show. Let me just take a look here it would be nice if I remembered or if I actually thought of it, just to do a separate file or a piece of paper noting my guests. My guests coming up, next week I'll have a guest coming up. It is Alex Bailey of CEO Gaming, founder, CEO Gaming. Hopefully we'll have some wrestling announcements coming next week with Mr. Jabali. And then April 1st kicks off my WrestleMania week shows. Monday, April 1st, Michael Weber, COO of Fight TV, comes on. The April 3rd, Michael Herman of RetroSoft Studio. And outside of WrestleMania week, Stan Styles on April 25th. So those are my upcoming guests for right now. And Mandy, Blake's wife of the Blake of the Blake and Sal Show, and obviously I'm filling in my podcast network. Messy Magical Motherhood on the network, MKE Bomb's blog contributor. She'll be my co-host for a good portion of the show on the Thursday after WrestleMania. So that'll be something to look forward to too. I look forward to having Mandy on. A woman's perspective is always very much appreciated, and it's always very much sought after. So I'm glad that Mandy will be contributing her time to that. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in today. Thank you all for, again, if you're downloading, if you're listening, if you are watching briefly over on the Filling the Void Podcast Network YouTube or Spreaker.com/filling_the_void. Be sure to follow on Twitter at Open Mic Wrestling. That's WRESTLIN on Twitter. Instagram, open_mic_wrestling_night. If you want to follow me personally, at Clipso426. You can also follow this show on iHeartRadio, Spotify, all the other podcast networks or podcast distributions out there. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for downloading, for listening, for anything in which way you are contributing to supporting the show. Thank you again to, excuse me one second, to Big C Lady for the follow here on Twitch. You can follow me here on Twitch as well, so you can keep up to date whenever I go online for the podcast or for anything else that I do, whether it be streaming games or whatnot. So, and you can follow me personally on Twitter at Clipso426. And again, be on the lookout tomorrow at 12 noon. If you're not listening or watching on the live window, it'll be coming up Friday at noon. So, and anytime I broadcast on a Thursday, it always goes up Fridays at noon. So keep on the lookout for the socials. See if I'm going to be going on this weekend for another show. If not, I'll see you next Thursday when Alex DuBailey joins the show. Very much looking forward to talking about CEO, talking about video games, and talking about pro wrestling. And hopefully, maybe we'll have a pro wrestling announcement in regards to this year's CEO tournament in Daytona Beach, Florida. Again, go out, support your local independent wrestling. Very important to do. You never know when the next big star is going to be right there in front of you. And don't drink and drive. Don't be stupid by drinking and driving. And see you all more than likely next week. If not, I'll see you sometime soon. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Enjoy the rest of your night.